Hi, welcome to acer program. And today we are glad to have some friends with us, and they are going to talk about very popular international kind of stuff. And along with us are Penny,
Hi, I'm Penny.
Cody,
Hi, I'm Cody.
Evelyn,
Hi, I'm Evelyn.
Patricia,
Hi, I'm Patricia.
Sunny,
Hi, I'm Sunny.
Eva,
Hi, I'm Eva.
Susanna.
Hi, I'm Susanna.
Okay, thank you for coming to this program and share with us your kind of your kind of story about Michael Jackson. How about let's start with Susanna, and she's going to talk about the life of Michael Jackson. Susanna.
Michael Jackson's born on August 29, 1915 and died on June 25th and 2009. He is an American artist, often referred to as the King of Pop or his initial MJ. Jackson is recognized as the most successful entertainer of all time by world records. He contributed to music, dance, and fashion, along with his popular personal life, made him a global figure in popular culture for over 4 decades. In the early 1980s, Jackson became a dominant figure in popular music. The music video for his songs, including those of Big In, June and Ted, were created with breaking down racial barriers and transforming the media into art form and personal tool. The popular of this video helped him to bring the relatively television channel and TV to life with videos such as Right at Alright and Spring and She. He continued to innovate the medium throughout the 1990s, as well as furthering a reputation as a touring solo artist. He has delicate and style has influenced numerous hip-hop discos, contemporary R&B, pop, and rock artists.
All right, you mentioned Michael Jackson was recognized the king of pop music. Is that king of pop music? And you also mentioned since the 1980s, he has become popular internationally. Why? What kind of song or excuse me make him so popular?
Beat It. Beat It.
Can I explain
Sure.
her? She said, "Beat It." This song, "Beat It," is
Okay.
Michael Jackson's most famous
Okay.
song.
So because of this song, or because
And
the
his
MTV,
dance, his dance,
or because his dance.
dancing.
So because his
he was great at dance and sing.
So because the audience, the people watch his went to his concert or to watch the video MTV because people watch his MTV, did it? So then he became popular and famous. Okay, thank you. Then how about let's go to Cody, right?
Yeah, I'm going to talk about Michael Jackson's appearance. Michael Jackson is an American musician and entertainer who spent over 40 years in the public eye. I would like to talk about his appearance. Starting in the mid-1980s, it became clear that Jackson's appearance was changing dramatically. His skin tone became lighter, his nose and facial shape changed, and he lost weight. Jackson's skin was a medium brown color throughout his youth, but starting in the mid-1980s, his skin gradually grew more pale through what it was and considered to be skin bleaching and changing of his features to appear European. The lighter skin tone was initially caused by either skin bleaching or vitiligo. Vitiligo is a disease that generates white spots on face and become worse. His facial structure changed too. Several surgeons speculated that by the mid-1990s, he had undergone multiple nasal surgeries, a forehead lift, thin lips, and cheekbone surgery. According to his biographer, Jackson had his first nose cosmetic surgery after breaking his nose during a complex dance routine in 1979. However, the surgery was not a complete success, and he complained of breathing difficulties that would affect his career. He was referred to do his second nose cosmetic surgery in 1981. Afterwards, Michael intentionally got his third nose surgery 3 years later, and a fourth in 1986. After his death, some experts confirmed that Michael did have vitiligo disease and he didn't have skin bleaching because there is no artificial skin bleaching in the world so far. He had some medicine injections which can smooth skin color to control the disease. However, this move had contributed to the public and the media misunderstanding Michael that he had skin bleaching. Besides, why he always wore heavy makeup, sunglasses, and had umbrella was because he cannot be exposed under the sun.
So, based on your talk, so you mean the Michael Jackson appearance is caused by it's still controversial. Is it by bleaching or by any kind of disease?
Controversial, yes.
It's still controversial. No one knows the real cause.
No one knows the real truth, but some experts finally find out that he didn't do what? Do
surgery?
No. Do skin bleaching. Do skin bleaching because he want to change his appearance. It is because he has the disease called vitiligo.
Okay.
Yes.
So what do you believe? It's caused by
I think
bleaching.
he is not willing to do it, or maybe he is willing to do it because maybe he wants to be a white.
Okay.
Yes. So it's still pending. I don't know, but I think it depends on what you think.
No one knows.
No one knows.
Especially he died.
It's a it's a mysterious.
Okay, it's nice. Okay, thank you for your sharing. And how about Evelyn?
I'm going to talk about the home of Michael Jackson. It is probably as famous as him himself. His home is called the Neverland Ranch. It's located in Santa Barbara County in California. And it's been his home for about 17 years. And to fit a king like himself, his property had to be big. So it's about 3,000 acres, give or take. And it was worth around 30 million US dollars when he first purchased it. And it's not just really a home for him, it's also kind of a mini amusement park. It's kind of like a mini Disneyland. He had amusement rides like roller coaster, Ferris wheels, things like that. He even had a petting zoo. So he had his own, fair group of animals. He had his own elephant and things like that. And the name Neverland originated from the works of J.M. Barrie. If anybody watched Disney cartoon, Peter Pan, you'll know that it was featured in that cartoon. And what Neverland is basically a place, it's not real, it's completely fictional. It's a place where children go.
Like a garden.
Yeah, it's kind of like the children's Eden garden. They don't have to grow up, and there are no adults. Because children, well, in the cartoon, children believe that adults are evil, and if you were to grow up into an adult, you wouldn't retain that youth and that innocence you used to have when you were a kid. So children escape to Neverland, and they kind of have this immortality, escapism kind of theme to the work. And I think this kind of relates to Michael Jackson's life, because when he was younger, he was often discriminated against, and he was often criticized by his family members for being unworthy. They thought he looked ugly. They didn't think he was good enough. So even though he grew up and he established himself as the king of pop, he still felt that need to escape from reality, I think. And he was in the public eye so much that he needed a place where he could just hide so that he wouldn't be justified the way he was when he was a kid. And it's a shame because he had such high accomplishments, yet he felt so insecure and in a way imprisoned within himself because of, I guess, the bad memories, the influences he had when he was younger. And that's why Neverland is such a significant, I believe it's a significant sort of symbol to Michael Jackson as a person in general.
Okay.
Right.
Michael Jackson is a kind of very, it's occupied with many things, like his concert, right, throughout the world. So, do you know how much time did he stay in the Neverland? His home?
He actually stayed for a really long period of time, until 2003. That's when there was the controversy between the child molestation thingy. And police officers and authorities were going through his house, searching for evidence. And he felt that it was no longer the pure and innocent place that it used to be. So he refused to go back after 2003. And in 2005, after he died, basically he sold the property. His family decided to sell the property. Okay. Yeah, so he did live there for a long period of time, and he did spend a lot of time there until further back. Years.
It's a very interesting story you mentioned about Neverland. It's a ranch, and also not just the name related to his childhood experience. Thank you. And